But I guess it's the obvious one. What does this week mean to this football club with Boomer?
Oh, it's a really huge week for us. I think that Boomer's been an icon of our football club for a long time, and alongside Wade and Carey, Glenn Archer and these sort of guys, he's a revered figure. So it's obviously massive for us, and there's no shying away from that. But in the context of why we play the game and why Boomer plays the game, Boomer plays for team success, and I think the win is the most important thing for us this week, and that's what he's stressed to his teammates as well, that we need to get the job done.
You started to exhibit some consistency, Brad, which I think is what you've been talking about. Obviously an important game against Brisbane. I know they weren't that impressive in the first half, but they looked better towards the end of that game. Obviously quite wary of their form.
Oh yeah, they've got some real capability. I think that one of the challenges with young sides is just doing it consistently. But you look at their top end players, and they've got some genuine talent, and they've got some really good emerging young talent. And now, while people might have criticised the game last week that they played against Melbourne, Brisbane still generated 16 scoring shots. So it's going to be a real challenge for us defensively, and we're going to have to be at our best to win.
Thomas, I saw in the VFL last Saturday at Windy Hill. Is he likely to get a call up this week?
Oh, look, he'll be right in the mix. We think that Taylor Garner and Kane Turner and Sean Higgins and Boomer himself have been playing pretty well forward. We thought Robin Nahas was terrific in the VFL, and Lindsay generated 4 shots at goal, and I thought his pressure was really good, particularly after half time when he played mostly deep forward early. So he'll be right in calculations alongside Hansen. Petrie will obviously come back in, so we've got some options at selection.
Brad, it's more than 10 years without a win at the Gabba. Do you look at that, or is it an anomaly?
Oh, it's not an anomaly. We're well aware of the recent history up there, and we've played some pretty poor footy at different stages up there. So it's been a long time since the club's gone up there and won. So it's a really important week for us for a whole variety of reasons, including that Sean Atley and Sam Wright's 100th game, which I haven't heard mentioned too much this week, but they've been telling all the boys that it's a big milestone for them. No, I mean, for so many reasons it's important, but the record is also another one of those reasons.
Are you a believer, Brad, in players getting up for milestone games, or do you think that's sort of really irrelevant?
I'm a believer in it when you win. Everyone talks about we got up for the milestone game, but what does that mean when you lose? I think that we want to recognise our milestone players in the right way, but everything always comes back to team success. I mean, no long-term successful person plays this game for individual gain, and Boomer is definitely in the category of the type of player who plays for team success. So we're all driven around getting the result as a club this week.
Brad, Boomer said yesterday, mentally, physically, he's right to go again next year, and that's what he wants to. He'll chat to you. You just said yourself he's a revered figure. Why wouldn't he get another year?
Oh, I think that when you get to his age, it becomes when you're younger, you get signed to longer-term contracts, and he's been on 6 or 7 or 8 one-year contracts in the latter half of his career. So it becomes later in the year when you make those sorts of decisions, because all sorts of different things can happen. So, we've got to make, ultimately, and it'll be mostly Boomer and myself who make the mutual decision as to what the best thing is for this football club. And, we're not interested in putting the individual ahead of the team, and Boomer has really helped me drive that message within our group. So, we'll make the best decision for the team. If he's playing really well, his body holds up, he's playing his role for the team, then there's every chance he plays on. But if he's not able to do that for whatever reason, then we'll do the best thing by the club.
I think you just answered this, but zero interest or factor is the Michael Tuck's record then?
Absolutely zero. I mean, that hasn't entered my thinking. I think it would have entered the thinking of a lot of fans and a lot of football media, but certainly it's not something that the club will look back and think Brent's had a better career if he plays 427 games than if he plays just over 400. So, no, not an issue for us.
In a similar vein, I mean, did you give any thought, or anyone at the club give any thought to making the milestone game in Melbourne, giving 50,000 people at Etihad or whatever it might have been?
No, we pick the team that gives us best chance of winning each week, and so far that's been having Boomer in the team each week. So no, we didn't think about that for a second. In fact, we probably, when the AFL asked for fixturing requests, it was a factor. We did think that it'd be nice for Boomer to play a home game in his 400th, but not essential. And we probably thought that at his age he might miss one or two, but he's defied the odds yet again. And I actually thought he was a fair chance of getting suspended, but he hasn't done that either. So he just continues to defy the odds, and he's played every game to this point, which falls interstate, which is no drama for us at all.
Does what happened to the subs rule, Brad? Is that a factor in your decision with Brent?
It will be a factor, I suppose, in some way, because we've always thought he could play that role really well, and I think he showed 2 weeks ago that he can do it really well. But we wouldn't keep someone going around to be a specialist sub. We think that he'd need to be able to hold up his end, and he's, what he says is fair. He doesn't miss a training session. He's capable of playing really high game time. So if he's able to keep doing that, he's defied the odds to this point, and I wouldn't put it past him to do it again.